very common complaint that I have received from the sisters is that my husband doesn't like spending time with me, doesn't want to spend time with me, doesn't want to go out with me. He would much prefer to spend time with his guy friends. He would much prefer to go on date nights with his Gandu guy friends because it sounds a bit gay, bruv. Just putting it out there, just saying. Let's start from the top. It is very easy in a marriage, especially a monogamous marriage where you're married to one woman, and I'll get to that in a moment, for the marriage to go stale. Familiarity breeds contempt. You get used to each other. Routine kicks in, which is perfectly normal, and we all need a good level of routine and stability in our lives. The problem is too much routine, too much of the same can kill the passion in a marriage. And eventually, you'll start to become bored of one another. Now, in the case of guys, this can very easily translate to he'd much prefer to go out with his mates and have fun with his friends as opposed to go out with his wife. How do we deal with this? Because it would be very easy for me to simply say, bro, what's going on? Are you gay or something? Yeah, I'm in a foreign country right now. Comment below what country you think I'm in. And I am not here with my guy friends. In fact, I came here 6 weeks ago with a supercar networking club. Shout out to Dawah Man and Abu Bakr. It's their thing. We all came out here in supercars. The purpose of us making that particular trip was networking. So I came to this exact same resort with brothers, but we came on a mission. And that mission was to network with one another. No problem. When I was here, I said to myself, this is a place that I need to bring the bins to this place. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I ended up doing. And my wife is holding the phone recording, as you see right now. And my other wife is over in the corner reading Quran. If I want to go away for downtime, recreation time, there are no beings I would rather, there is no gender I would rather spend that time with than the female gender. Feminine energy is healing energy. You want to go away and have fun? If you're a married man, and I'm speaking to the married men right now, not to the bachelors, I understand your situation is different, and you actively go out of your way to have recreation time with other men, downtime with other men, brother, you booked a whole plane to go to a whole foreign country and hire cars and whatever to go out with the guy friends for no other purpose other than chilling with the guy friends. At this point, one must seriously look himself in the mirror and one must ask, why are you gay? You are gay. And I mean that. Let's say you're escaping from your marriage. You're using it as a form of escape. You're bored of your wife, you don't like her, she don't like you, and you're looking for some type of escape with the guy friend. So here's the solution that I'm going to offer you, because trust and believe, if you don't give your wife the requisite, adequate amount of attention that is required for a healthy marriage, believe me, Habibi, she's going to get it from somewhere. And it ain't going to be you. If it ain't going to be you, it's going to be somebody else, another brother, another man then. So what to do? What's the solution? First of all, you spend too much time in the company of your wife. Many brothers today, mashallah, alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful blessing to work remotely, are able to work remotely. This is amazing. The problem with working remotely is that you will often end up spending more time with your wife at home. And this is a big mistake, even in COVID, and my wife over there, she can testify to this. When there was nowhere to go, bruv, every day I'd get up and I would leave. I would pack my bag with books, pen, notepad, and I would go to the forest, which was like a 20-minute walk away from where I lived, and I would just sit there for hours, pondering, reading, reflecting, writing. I just needed to be away. I needed to be away from juvenile energy in the form of children and excessive feminine energy. And here's another thing about excessive exposure to feminine energy is that eventually you'll become depolarized. She'll become more masculine by virtue of spending too much time with you, and you'll become too feminine by virtue of you spending too much time with her. And you end up somewhere in the sunken place in the middle. So the solution is very simple. You must spend more time away from your missus on your mission. And in this way, you will naturally be more inclined towards spending more time with her because you'll miss her. Yeah, if you've got a half-decent relationship, you will end up missing her. Now, to the sister who may find herself in a situation whereby her husband is not inclined towards spending time with her and it's aggravating her, it's making her anxious. I myself, I am quite what we would call anxiously detached. That is a placeholder term. I'm not anxious, but I like my space, particularly from women. I love the company of my wives, but I do also love my own company, frankly speaking. I'm an ambivert, neither introverted nor extroverted, but I do like spending time away. However, if someone like me is married to a woman who is more anxiously attached, that can trigger her attachment insecurities and make her feel some type of way and make her crave more of your attention because she senses you don't want to spend as much time with her. If you think that by nagging your husband to spend more time with you, moaning, groaning, whining, complaining, that somehow he's going to get the message and spend more time with you, you are grossly mistaken. I am going to give you the solution, but that's not it. Actually, he's going to want to spend even more time away from you. So what to do? It's very simple. You need to control your nafs, control yourself, control your tongue, control your insecurities, and withdraw yourself, and pull away yourself, and give him that space. Maybe even show a subtle touch of indifference. Like, you know what, you're not particularly fazed by this. And I will tell you the following. And I'm paraphrasing a quote by Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah. Anyone who places excessive hope upon the creation of Allah will always be let down by the creation of Allah. And the one who places all of his hope on Allah will never be let down by Allah. Ultimately, you cannot satiate or satisfy your insecurities with another human being because he is flawed and faulted, or she is flawed and faulted. The only one who can satiate this need in your heart is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I would caution you to get closer to Allah first. If you're starting to feel anxious, needy, go and pray 2 rak'ah. Go read some Quran. Go make some dua to Allah. Because He's the only one who can truly satisfy you. We are all just vessels to help one another. But ultimately our help is limited. We are flawed creatures. Don't place too much hope on my guy. And Habibi, don't place too much hope on your wife. And if you are that brother who struggles in his marriage, or indeed is struggling to get married, I guarantee you, you are the only common denominator in this situation. Hit the link in the description, I've got something for you there. Now, I won't lie to you. If you have multiple wives, it does make this problem of feeling like you don't want to spend additional time with your wife way less of a problem. Because by default, you're spending less time with her because you're spending time with another woman. A portion of your time goes towards this other woman or other women. So it's more difficult for the marriage to get stale. I would not advise you to get married again if your marriage is stale. That's stupid. First, learn how to make your current marriage function in a positive, productive manner, if it is able to function in that manner. Some marriages are too far gone. But if it is, and it's just a case of boredom and it's a little bit stale, but other than that you like each other, then try. Try implementing what I mentioned to you before considering to get married again, if you are even in that position to be able to do so. But for sure, when you have multiple wives, not only does the staleness of the marriage become less of an issue, but everything is amped up. Everything. Your desires are amped up. The voraciousness of your appetite for women is amped up. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you think by getting married again, you are going to quench your appetite for women, you are sorely mistaken. You are only throwing gasoline on a fire. Your appetite for women will increase, not decrease, and at that point the jihad becomes restraining your desires and controlling yourself. Now I will caution you, if you don't implement what I've shared with you in this video right now, your wife will eventually begin to become disenchanted with you. And worst case scenario, she'll cheat on you. Best case scenario, she will begin to withdraw from you herself, possibly to the brink of no return, unless you watch this video right here.